Hi, I'm Jody from writerslife.org, and today we'll be talking about common mistakes writers overlook. We've all been concerned about the amount of time we've been spending on easy fixes that authors shouldn't have to pay for. Sometimes the question of where to put a comma, how to use a verb, or why not to repeat a word can be important, even strategic. But most of the time, the author either missed that day's grammar lesson in elementary school or is too close to the manuscript to make corrections. So the following is a list for authors before they submit anything in writing to anyone: agent, publisher, your mom, your boss. From email messages and front page news in the New York Times to published books and magazine articles. These mistakes pop up everywhere. Repeats. Cosmopolitan magazine editor Kate White uses quickly over a dozen times in A Body to Die For. Crutch words are usually unremarkable. That's why they slip under the editor radar. They're not even worth repeating. Readers, however, notice them, get irked by them, and are eventually distracted by them. And down goes your book, never to be opened again. But even if the word is unusual, even if you use it differently when you repeat it, don't. Set a higher standard for yourself, even if readers won't notice. The same goes for repeats of several words together, a phrase or a sentence that may seem fresh at first, but restated many times. Draws attention from the author's strengths. So if you are the author, don't wait for the agent or house or even editorial consultant to catch the stuff for you. Attune your eye to it now. Vow to yourself, no repeats. And by the way, even deliberate repeats should always be questioned. Here are the documents, says one character. If these are the documents, I'll oppose you, says another. A repeat like that just keeps us on the surface. Figure out a different word, or rewrite the exchange. Repeats rarely allow you to probe deeper. Empty adverbs. Actually, totally, absolutely, completely, continually, constantly, continuously, literally, really, unfortunately, ironically, incredibly, hopefully, finally. These and other words that promise emphasis, but too often they do the reverse. They suck the meaning out of every sentence. In dialogue, empty adverbs may sound appropriate, even authentic, but that's because they've crept into American conversation in a trendy way. If you're not watchful, they'll make your characters sound wordy, infantile, and dated. Another problem with empty adverbs, you can't just stick them at the beginning of a sentence to introduce a general idea or wishful thinking. Adverbs have to modify a verb or other adverbs. Phony dialogue. Be careful of using dialogue to advance the plot. Readers can tell when characters talk about things they already know, or when the speakers appear to be having a conversation for our benefit. You never want one character to imply or say to the other, "Tell me again, Bruce, what are we doing next?" Avoid words that are fashionable in conversation. Anne Packer's characters are so trendy the reader recoils. "What's up with that?" I said. "Is this a thing? What is it with him? I mean, really." Her book is only a few years old and already it's dated. Dialogue offers glimpses into the character the author can't provide through description. Hidden wit, thoughtful observations, a shy revelation, all come out in dialogue. So the characters show us what the author can't tell us. But if dialogue helps the author distinguish each character, it also nails the culprit who's promoting a hidden agenda by speaking out of character. Setting your own high standards and sticking to them, being proud of having them, is the mark of a pro. Be one, write like one, and don't cheat. No good suffixes. Don't take a perfectly good word and give it a new backside so it functions as something else. Mindlessness, characterlessness, courageousness, statuesqueness, preciousness, you get the idea. You might as well pour marbles into your reader's mouth. Not all ness words are bad, but they are all suspect. The I's words aren't any better. Finalize, conceptualize, fantasize, categorize. The I's hooks itself onto words as a shortcut, but stays there like a parasite. Some ingly words do have their place. We can accept swimmingly, annoyingly, surprisingly as descriptive if overly long ingly words, but not startlingly or harrowingly, angrily, careeningly. All difficult to pronounce, try to use all ingly words sparingly. To be words. Once your eye is attuned to the frequent uses of the to be words, am, is, are, was, were, be, being, been, and others, you'll be appalled at how quickly they flatten prose and slow the pace to a crawl. To be words represent the existence of things. I am here, you are there. Don't squander the to be words. Save them for special moments. Not so long ago, it was defined emphasis. Even if you want to say, it was Margaret who found the gun, meaning nobody else but Margaret, fine. But watch out, it was can be habitual. Try also to reserve the use of there was or there is for special occasions. If used too often, this crutch also bogs down sentence after sentence. Attune your eye to the to be words, and you'll see them everywhere. When in doubt, replace them with active, vivid, engaging verbs. Muscle up that prose. Lists. She was entranced by the roses, hyacinths, carnations, pansies, irises, peonies. If you're going to describe a number of items, jack up the visuals. Lay out the scene as the eye sees it, with emphasis and emotion in unlikely places. When you list the items as though we're checking them off a clipboard, the internal eye will shut. It doesn't matter what you list. Nouns, adjectives, verbs, the result is always static. Rethink and rewrite. If you've got many ingredients and we aren't transported, you've got a list. Show, don't tell. If you say, she was stunning and powerful, you're telling us. But if you say, I was stunned by her elegant carriage as she strode past the jury, you're showing us. The moment we can visualize the picture you're trying to paint, you're showing us, not telling us what we should see. Handsome, attractive, momentous, embarrassing, fabulous, powerful, hilarious, stupid, fascinating are all words that tell us in a way what to think. They don't reveal, don't open up, don't describe in specifics what is unique to the person or event described. Smooth skin, flyaway hair, tall blonde tomboy, the surfer girl. How smooth, how tall, how blonde. The difference between telling and showing usually boils down to the physical senses. Visual, aromatic words take us out of our skin and place us in the scene you've created. The point of this list is that even the best writers make mistakes, but you can't afford to. The way manuscripts are thrown into the rejection pile on the basis of early mistakes is a crime. Don't forget, if you're having a hard time writing or finishing your book, check out our free Writer's Toolkit. It can help you overcome procrastination, get organized, stay focused, and get your book published. Just head to writerslife.org/toolkit to get your free copy. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, turn on our notifications, and subscribe down below. And be sure to visit writerslife.org for more writing tips and tricks. And I'll see you next time.